Hey guys, welcome back. I'm so excited to continue in our 16 tree series with our next tree, the Pastel Queen. This tree is for those of you with a gentle spirit who enjoy a calm and cool color palette. The Pastel Queen is a stunning and soothing Christmas tree that is sure to bring back that 50s vibe into your home this Christmas season. Today I'm going to show you how to get that look and act as your personal shopping assistant, as I have provided you with a full shopping list so that you can shop that look from your living room. Now normally I would say it's time to get some hot chocolate, but I think for today's video we should go classic and get some eggnog. So while you do that, I'll get started on cueing in the Christmas music. So let's get started with discussing today's tree number 5, the Pastel Queen. This tree has such a calm and soothing nature to it. It's really the tree that bring into your home if you have a gentle personality, you prefer a little bit more of the calm, away from the main crowd kind of vibe for your Christmas theme. Although it is definitely something that's going to be a crowd pleaser and something interesting in a large group, this is just going to give you such a serene feeling to your Christmas this year. Now there's different ways to go about it, but the main thing is the pastel low intensity of the colors. So this is a color palette that was pretty popular in the 50s, and think of the Tiffany blues, the light pinks, the light purples. That's going to get you a color palette for this Christmas tree theme that's going to really nail it home. The only thing that you're going to be missing from the 50s is all that Christmas tinsel on your tree. So of course you can bring that into if you're into that, but for these, this is going to be a little bit more of our modern take on using these beautiful colors from that time period and era. To get started with this look, you can really think about reusing that pink purple Christmas tree that we have talked about in previous videos. I have a really nice pink option in an ombre pink, a light pink Christmas tree, and one of my favorites was actually this white rainbow tree that is just really quite stunning, that I think would be perfect for this type of tree theme. Now I talked previously about the importance of making sure that the base of the tree is right, so that way you don't need to use as much product in decorating the tree if you don't want to, of course, but that's the way you're going to be able to get the look on your budget. For the ribbon in these trees, I would go with something light, like a light sheer, light pinks, even if you wanted to incorporate something like a Tiffany blue or that very sweet mint type green that would also bring in that style. Also, these little small pink bows would be cute on the ends of branches to really accent your tree. Depending on the size of the tree, you want to get larger pink bows if you have a large tree, of course. And then one of my signatures, of course, of bringing in some of that draping fabric. If you want to put that in the tree, if you want to put that under the tree, either way, that is a really high impact way to decorate this Christmas tree, and also take up a lot of space and not necessarily, have to do that with as much product. When it comes to the picks for the tree, I actually incorporated quite a few things that are a little bit more in the floral range. So not necessarily something you may find in the Christmas tree section, but some things that are soft in nature. So these pink bunny tails, maybe some pampas grass that's dyed pink. There's maybe some white holly berries that are going to be a little bit more of a nod towards that really Christmassy theme. I have these dried billy balls, which are kind of cool. They can come in different colors. There's light pink and light yellows even, that just really kind of give a nod to that. And I think where these Christmas trees really shine is they have a lot of floral aspect to them. And so in that calm and serene nature, there's a very feminine aspect of all these florals. So I have a large variety of options when it comes to the florals, from poinsettias and that's going to be your classic, of course, for your Christmas trees. But I actually think you should think outside the box with this Christmas tree and get maybe even spring flowers in your mind, right? So maybe some hydrangeas, or mixing in some mixed flowers. So there's this beautiful purple box of mixed flowers and these pink roses. All of these would look stunning in your Christmas tree. So imagine that you're creating a floral arrangement within your Christmas tree in different areas, and I think that that's really going to help you get this look and also create a really beautiful design. Now for the Christmas ornaments, the more modern take on this tree are going to be your classic round bulbs, but I think that even incorporating something like these finials would be really awesome as well. Some of these finials are my favorite. I think they have also a retro vibe to them as well, and I think that they would really give your tree a little bit of a throwback look. But if you're not necessarily wanting to go for a throwback, you just like the color palette, then go with the large and variation of sizes of the different colored bulbs. So I have light pink, light purple, even some iridescent ones that I think would really pop, especially if you went with that white rainbow Christmas tree. Definitely an overall theme with these trees is that if you find something that you find particularly pleasing, something very interesting, then I would purchase a large amount of that same product, because that homogeneous appearance across the Christmas tree is what's going to give it a little bit more of an elevated appearance. So if you're someone who's looking for more of a designer looking tree in your home, that's a great way to achieve that look. For example, again, I'll mention this tree with the repeating rosettes, which is obviously one of my favorites. And I think that that just gives exactly what I would describe is it repeating this over the majority of your tree gives it a very elevated appearance. Another tree that I would recommend is the one with the large light blue variation in Christmas bulbs. I think this one is gorgeous. That just kind of Tiffany blue, light blue in that tree that just really looks nice. But they have the same color ornament. They have variation of the sizes of them, and they have the whole tree covered in that same look. And by doing that, it gives it a very upscale, kind of elevated appearance. And lastly, when you go to apply your tree skirt, I do a couple recommendations on this. Of course, you know, for this one you see on a lot of the trees that they are using a more of a fur type appearance in the tree skirt, or even the tree skirt alone, but there's a little bit of a subtle difference that you can tell here that makes these look a little bit more fancy than just the typical, you know, lay the tree skirt around your Christmas tree. So in the blue one, for example, you can see that tree skirt is actually quite elevated in the center, and so you're going to achieve this by lifting that tree skirt up and placing something underneath that, whether that's a blanket or, you know, just fluffing up some fabric that you have around your home, whatever that is. Kind of layer that up so that your tree skirt is high and can kind of give the appearance as if it's flowing out of the tree, instead of just kind of laying on the floor or laying over the metal frame on the bottom. The other option is to continue with my big recommendation, which I love, is that draping fabric, and bringing that draping fabric in and around the Christmas tree and bringing a lot of volume to the bottom of the tree with that effect. My third recommendation would be to consider with some of these faux fur Christmas tree skirts that you can get multiple of them and actually give a lot more volume to that, and that's going to really make that pop. So you can kind of combine my first tip with getting multiple of them, and then by doing that you can almost create a rippling effect of the tree skirt. Instead of it laying just flat and just making it around, you can actually layer it back on itself, and so that is going to give it a little bit more of an opulent appearance and give it a little bit more of an elevated design. So guys, what did you think of our Pastel Queen? I don't know about you, but I really love this Christmas tree. I think because it gives me a little bit of a, not only just a retro vibe, but it makes me think of arriving to my wedding day in that beautiful Tiffany blue car, and just brings back that feeling of nostalgia for what I think would be a really sweet feeling and a Christmas vibe. So if you're also digging this look, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. You have seen 5 Christmas tree styles so far, so let me know which one has been your favorite so far. Also, if you're loving this series, there are 16 in this series to go, so there's going to be a Christmas tree for everyone. Whether you have somebody who likes a high design, or if you're somebody who is actually minimalistic and you just like to prefer the things to be simple, there's going to be something in here for you. So please stick around and subscribe. And if you're a new subscriber today, guys, let me know in the comments below that you're new here so that I can say hi. The next Christmas tree in our series is called the Rustic Elegance. So if you're somebody who likes a little bit more of a simplistic nature to Christmas, maybe you have a farmhouse decor type of home, or you have a mountain style home, this is going to be something that's going to really appeal to you. It's going to be a little bit more of a toned down look, but it's definitely very elegant and very cozy and very much a representation of Christmas. So I hope that you stick around next time, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.